Hey, welcome to Everyday Jewish Mom. My name is Marty and my video today is about my strategies for dealing with a picky eater. I put out a question on Instagram about what foods your kids won't eat and I got a ton of feedback, so I know that I am not the only one. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I put out videos all year round on being a mom and being a Jewish mom. The first way that I deal with my picky eaters is I just try to make the food more appealing. Kids love a gimmick. So sometimes that means making it in fun shapes. If you see down here, I have these cute little toothpicks. Check the clearance rack for these. They come out with them for every holiday and they never sell, so you can always get them on clearance. Just makes it more fun to eat. All right, so now that we made the food more appealing, one of my other tricks is to make it more interactive. And so I'm gonna call this dip it, top it, build it. Right down here, I have some of the dips that I like to use. And to be fair, kids will make some odd combinations when they're dipping, but whatever gets them eating. Here I have pesto, hummus, the classic ketchup, honey, and ranch. If you're looking for a healthier version of ranch, check out the refrigerator section near the lettuce. Then they have yogurt ranch made out of yogurt. The next one is top it. So over here, I have some things that the kids can top on top of whatever you're making. Croutons, which are actually really fun to make with your kids. Shredded cheese, and I have been known to put sprinkles on my yogurt. I like to make meals where the kids can kind of build their own meal. So something like making tacos, putting out a ton of toppings so the kids can decide what they want on their tacos or their sandwiches, or toppings for a pizza. My kids love to put lettuce and tomatoes on their tacos, and actually in their sandwiches too. I don't know that they would eat raw tomato in any other form, but when given the opportunity to make the choices themselves, they choose to do it and they eat it. So that works really well. Having a kid that's a picky eater can be really stressful and can make meal times kind of tense. So I like to come up with ways to relieve that tension. One of the ways that I like to keep my kids focused on eating is we actually often read books at the dinner table. This especially works if I'm not eating and they're just eating. But I read books and they have to take a bite for every page that I turn. The other thing that I like to do to keep things light is I like to animate their food whenever possible. There are plenty of foods that look like animals, or you can even pretend that they are, right? Like a fish stick could be a fish. I very often will animate them into no, don't eat me. Once again, one of my kids thinks it's very funny. The other one finds it disturbing, but anything to lighten the mood. And my final tip is to keep it in perspective. If you talk to other parents and if you talk to adults, most adults will tell you, or many adults will tell you, that they were picky eaters as kids. This is normal. This is kind of typical behavior. This is something that happens and it doesn't last forever. And there are plenty of adults who are healthy, well-rounded eaters now who were quite particular as kids. The other way that I try and keep this in perspective is I've noticed that sometimes I'm focusing too much on what they won't eat and I forget the things they will eat. So I've actually started keeping a list of things that they will eat that just aren't normally on my radar. My kids both love broccoli. They aren't so thrilled about zucchini or mushrooms or some other vegetables, but they will eat broccoli all day. So it's my job to make sure that I make broccoli. My kids will also eat tofu right out of the package. Once again, not something that's normally on my radar, but it's a healthy alternative to some other proteins. So it's good to kind of stay on the positive side of things. Also, if your kids suddenly eat something that they wouldn't have eaten before, you know your kid best, but my kids would not appreciate me making a big deal of it. Keep your cool. Well guys, thanks for watching this video today. I hope that my tips help you out. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I want to hear your tips, so put them in the comments below so that everyone can share them. Go ahead, find me on Instagram. I am Everyday Jewish Mom on everything. And check out what else I've got going on.